Hello friends, happy Sunday. If you're catching me live, happy Sunday. Welcome to Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. My name is Susan. I'm so glad you're here with me on this Sunday. It is a stormy Sunday here in North Carolina. I am an independent designer with COUTURE and I love to come on and share project ideas with you guys. So come on into the craft room, come join me. We're gonna do a quick inking project today. So I actually on the weekends like to feature our monthly subscription club that we have. It is the hottest on trend subscription club around. What a value and an exciting thing to get in your mailbox once a month for $21.99. And I want to show another project idea for you guys. So come on into the craft room and join me. When you hop on, make sure you say hi and hit that heart button for me. I am going to make sure we are live over here, and I'm grabbing my transfer right now. I usually have this up here and ready, and I did not today, so bear with me. This is what your happy mail looks like when you get it. It's the subscription club comes in an envelope that sometimes the outside envelope is bigger. It is bigger, but it can have this on it, or it might just be plain. And then inside you will have this, and you will have 3 paste packets that come with it that coordinate with it. So it's an exclusive transfer you only get through the subscription club or being a designer. So real quick, I am going to actually, oh, I forgot to turn my volume down, y'all. Hang on a sec. Let me get my iPad over here straight. Man, I am not all organized and ready to go, so hang on with me. Okay, so there we go. I am live. Woohoo! And I am going to pin a few comments, pin something in the comments for you in case you guys need any links, easy links, quick links. So hang on for me. You do this real quick. Here we go. There we go. This will only take a minute, but I have to do it while I'm live or else it won't take to pin. So let me do that. And okay, cool. And then pin that for you guys. So now there are links in the comments in case you need to access anything. I'm also highlighting a link right here on the video that's showing if you want to click on the information about the club subscription. I try to tell you about it, but you know, sometimes if you're like me, I'm a visual person, so I like to be able to see the details, and you can always click on that at any time through the link. While we're live, if you're catching me on replay, welcome to the replay. I'm just happy that you're here. Anytime you join me, it's just much more fun to craft with friends. So, yeah. So, if you're not catching me on the live, there will be a link pinned in the comments, but I think I also have it in the description. So any way that you need to go about getting it, and if you can't find it any of those places, just comment club to me and I will be glad to send it to you. All right, y'all, let's see if I can get myself straight here today. I am not used to coming on a Sunday, but I really needed a break yesterday. And I felt better with my allergies, and I felt like it was getting under control. And then I just a few minutes ago, I'm like, oh no, please don't start watering again. So bear with me a minute. I am trying to find the group. I am going to sprinkle this out into the universe. I would love it if you guys would do that as well. I have already sprinkled it to there it is. I don't know why it keeps moving the one group that I always share it to way down on my list. Hey, Lisa. But I've already sprinkled this to my VIP group. If you are not a designer and you would like to be in my VIP group, I would love to have you there. That's where I can do, you know, a little bit more personalized interaction with you, do specials, sneak peeks. I will actually, at the end of this video, I'm hoping to remember that. Let's see, is that what this one is? No, that's not what this one is. I am going to sneak peek next month's transfer for the club that will come out the beginning of April. It will be released April 1st, which you guys, oh my gosh, isn't that, it's like next weekend, right? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know what day it is, but I know it's coming up quicker than I can believe that it's coming up. But I will post a picture in my VIP group as well. And that's where I can just kind of do other things with you guys that I can't do out here on this page. So if you're not a member of my VIP group, I'd love to have you join me. If you can't find the link in the comments, then just type VIP and I'll be glad to send you a direct link to that as well. And my hair is just kind of crazy today. We are having it's just been so stormy. The sun right now the sun is out, but then we've had thunderstorms since first thing this morning before the sun even came up. And it's just been one of those kind of crazy, weird days. So, let me make sure I pull this other one out because I will forget. I know me, y'all, and I will forget to show you. I said I was going to show you. Where is it? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to, oh, wait a minute. I have it here. Okay. If I don't put this within my site, y'all, I will forget it. So anyway, what do you get with your club transfer? So this month, this is our lovely, it's called Botanicals. You know, it's been well loved. You see, I've done several projects with it. I was going to wear my shirt today and I forgot. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining me. And it's not that I forgot. I was just like, you know what? It got chilly after the storm came through. And so the shirt that I made the very first week with this project, the very first project I did, it's short sleeve. So I was just like, I won't wear it today. And it was in the 80s on I think it got almost to 80 on Thursday, to the 80s on Friday. Yesterday it was pretty warm. I don't know. But I thought sure I'd be able to wear it and I didn't get a chance to yet. But I have made a shirt with this and we've made several other projects with it. And I usually like to review those with you at the beginning. So let me pull those out real quick. I'm going to show you the other projects because I like to give you as many ideas as possible. And again, if you're in my VIP group, I also show other ideas besides projects that I make. So you'll never lack for ideas. And of course, the company will actually send you an email with a video and written instructions on how to use the transfer and suggest an idea as well. So, you know, you're going to come up with plenty of ideas for making projects with these transfers when you get them a month. And the cool thing about it is, guess what? They are reusable. The company will guarantee you 12 times. If you take good care of your transfers, clean them after using them, store them properly, you will be able to reuse them over and over and over again. A lot of people get them even more than 12 times, you guys. So, yeah, so that's the good thing. So let me just pull my other projects. Why am I'm like drawing a blank. Okay, here's one. I just like to show you the versatility of our transfers because you can chalk just about anything or ink it. You can either chalk or ink with our transfers, and you can do it on almost anything. So, so the first week I told you we did a t-shirt. Today we're going to ink a dish towel, and that's going to be super fast. But then the second week we just did this. This was just a clearance surface that I'd had for a while that we upcycled. Look how awesome that is. Isn't that beautiful? And then the next week I showed you even another way. Look, my little bunny's falling over. But another way that we just used part of it. I didn't use the words, but I used the, can you see it? I know we have the glare here with my, oh, y'all, it's so hard sometimes for y'all to see it with the, hopefully you can see the images on there. I did them in shimmer silver. This is just chalk paste. I could clean it off if I wanted. This is just a little upcycle from Dollar Tree. No, sorry, Dollar Spot, Target Dollar Spot. And then last week I used some cutouts, some wood cutouts, and we made this cute little upcycle of another Dollar Spot item and made this cute little bouquet that will last forever and will not die off so that we can keep it forever. So I want to show one more idea with you guys at least. I do have actually probably one more idea that I don't know if I'll have a chance. We'll see how the week goes. Maybe by Friday I'll do a video and show you one other idea that I have with it because I like you guys to have as many options as possible. So you get the transfer. You also get a 3 coordinating paste packets and whatever color the design team decides they think will go as well with it, so that you will get those. And you guys can get more than one project out of these single paste packets. It's a great way to build your inventory of colors in your pastes. Sometimes we even give colors that we don't sell in single packets in other ways that you only end up getting them through the club. So that's a cool way to go about doing that as well. And then if you're a first-time member signing up, you get a mini squeegee, which is the tools we use. That's one of the tools we use to apply our chalk paste. So you'll get one of those. And then, guys, this is the best thing that they just came out with as well. You will get a product reference guide in your they started sending these out in March, and they will do it every time we have a product release now, but only if you're a club member or designer. So this is just like it's a catalog of everything that we have, and it's just real easy to reference. It even shows the dollar amount in retail and what you could get it if you decided to sign up as a designer, which is only $9.99 activation fee in the US and $0 in Canada to get 40% off. So it shows you those prices as well. Every item that we sell, currently sell, is going to be listed in here. So that's another item that you get as a club member. And then every month we always offer a some kind of special deal for only our club members. And this month it's the transfer tote. So you get a free transfer tote. Look how big this is. This will hold all size of transfers, you guys. I have just my spring stuff in here right now, but look how big that is. And you will hold all of that. Plus, you can also get a free fuzzing cloth, which, you know, this is the cloth that I use every single time I do a project, unless I'm inking, right? So today, like, well, when I'm inking a fabric, I'm not going to use it, but you'll also get one of those. That's the special that's running this month for club members. If you purchase additional product on my website, you can earn these for free. So you might want to check that out. All right, guys. So we are going to just do a dish towel today. If you're like me, I always have at least one, usually just one, because in my household, I'm not kidding y'all, I've got all males. So I only have one spot where I have decorative dish towels that nobody touches and uses. If I try to put them anywhere else, they get used. So we are actually going to ink on this one today. And I don't remember where I got this one from, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, I did. I got it from Mason Grove. Not Mason Grove. I got it from Grove Collaborative. You know, they sell towels on there and stuff. So I think I had gotten a couple of those at one time. So these are very nice, but you can get these kind of plain tea towels anywhere. You can even get them at the dollar store, y'all. If y'all, you know, I've done a project recently using it for just material, but I am going to ink on this today. And so I've chosen some pretty, you know, what I consider springy colors that I think will look nice with it. To do our florals with. I really feel like these are wildflowers, and you could pretty much use any color you want. I don't know all of, I mean, that one to me almost looks like, it almost looks like a marigold, but I don't know that it is. And this one kind of looks like a poppy, but you know, you can make them look however you want because it's your design and your project. Now, I am going to use one of our ink mats. This is just part of it. I take, we sell them in a big sheet, and I actually cut mine down so that I'd have different sizes. And the cool thing about an ink mat is they are sticky. So, like, as you can see, this is pretty wrinkled. I am not going to iron it or wash it or do anything before I ink on it. So I can just put it directly on this mat. You can see how sticky it is. And it will hold it, and it will also, I'm just trying to see, I want to see something, because I just did this one, I just cut this one last week. And I'm trying to see if this one's going to fit it. But you can use these to help smooth out any of your wrinkles too, so that way you don't have to worry about it, you guys. And when I cut it, I'm not sure that I cut it, like, I cut a piece big enough. Where did I put the other piece? I think I might have that in the other room. Because I wanted to cut it differently than I had cut it last time. I have this other mat that's a little bit older. Oh goodness. Now I'm going to stick to my own mat. I have a mat that's a little bit older that's not quite as sticky. If you have not gotten one of these are a fabulous thing to have if you're going to do any inking. And guys, the coolest thing is, I know you don't, I know I keep saying the coolest thing is, there's so much cool things, so many cool things. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words like I've never done a live project before. The mats are if you've bought one of these or you've never used one of these before, it's nice because of the sticky. It helps keep your material down. But they're cleanable and reusable. Unfortunately, when I cleaned this one the first time, I did not read directions and I took off a bunch of the stickiness. All it takes is water and a cloth. So I tried to make it a little more complicated than what it was. So I don't have as much sticky on this one, but I still use it. And I highly suggest that if you're going to ink any kind of fabric, that you do use some type of barrier under it or between it. If you were doing a shirt or a sweatshirt, that you would use something in between the layers, or if you're doing something like this that we're doing here, that you use something under it, because your ink may very well bleed through it and you don't want it to ruin whatever's on the back side. You know, like if you have another, whatever you have under it. If you don't have an ink mat, now you can see this one is not as sticky, so I'm not getting my wrinkles out as much. That's why I say, if you get the new one, if you get a new one, just make sure you only wash it with water. But this is the right size, apparently. I should have taken more time to cut it. When I cut it last weekend, I was doing it quickly, and I should have paid better attention. But put something in between it if you don't have an ink mat. A piece of cardboard, something to protect your from underneath it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, our transfers, of course, are self-adhesive. As you can see, it's already pretty sticky. It's got its own stick to it, which is fabulous. And I'm just going to kind of do this right here near the bottom of the towel, because when I do mine, I kind of fold them in thirds and just kind of have the one side showing. So I only have to do the one side of this project. And then once I've done this, I'll heat set it, and it will be, I could wash it if I needed to. So if somebody did get anything on it, it would be fine. Now, because my transfer is sticky, I want it to be sticky and adhere to my fabric, so I don't fuzz it. I just put it directly on when I'm doing fabric. I do not try to take any of the stickiness off, because I want it to grab as great, you know, as well as it can possibly grab. Now, this is one of our brand new transfer designs from this year. So the cool thing about it is that they are see-through. You can see through them much better if you had to move things around and place things under them, like I did last week with the actual cutouts. So that is very nice. However, with some of them, not all of them, but some of them, let's see if I find the plastic. With some of the new ones, they will come with, oh shoot, I don't know where that is, guys. They will come with, I wanted to show you here, maybe this one does. Okay then. I don't know why nothing is where I'm expecting it to be. Some of them will come with, I cannot find one, y'all, that with a black sticker on the back. Here we go, like this. And it's going to tell you that this brand new company, when they first started creating the transfers for us at the beginning of the year, they did not realize that all the information that we put on the transfers, every transfer has like a description and a SKU number and some other data on there. Usually that's just printed on there just for, really for the company's purposes, or for you to reference and say, oh, which one is that? Or what was that transfer called? But they actually made it a silkscreen area. So if it has a black sticker on it, they have modified that. They have corrected that problem since then. But if you get any of the newer transfers that launched earlier this year, they will have that black sticker. Make sure, why am I pointing that out to you? Because you want to make sure that you take something, take some placement tape, something like that, and place it over the little description that they have here, so that you don't accidentally chalk or ink through it. Now, if you chalk through it, obviously you could probably clean it off before it dried. It wouldn't be a big deal, but with ink, it's a much different story. So I am going to take, if I can get it off of here, I am going to take this. This is our placement tape. It's very similar to washi tape, but it has a little bit more stick to it. I am going to take this and just kind of cover that up, because I don't trust myself not to forget or not pay attention and put ink over there. And I don't want that. I don't need to have a description on my tea towel of what it's called. So I'm going to take a piece of washi tape, or my placement tape, and cover that up. So right there. Now you could cut that off if you wanted. You don't even have to cover it up. You could just cut it off. All right, guys. So now that's the hard part. That's the hard part of the whole project. That and picking out your colors. Now with the ink, what makes this fun is what I was saying, what I started to say, I think, was, you know, you get these 3 paste packets. You could do this cloth in paste if you were never ever going to wash it. You could do it in chalk paste. With the colors that come with it, you could do that, no problem. If it's just decorative, you're good. However, we are now selling ink singles in ink in single packets now. So you could try to buy an extra thing of ink just to try it out on a project. Like with any of your transfers, it'll work. And you could try it on a project just for fun and not have to commit to buying an entire, you know, jar of it. So, and you can still, even with the ink packets, you can get more than one project out of it. So let's say you made one of these for you. Maybe you wanted to take one as a hostess gift, or maybe you have a birthday coming up for somebody that you want to make one for, or maybe for Mother's Day. Any of those kinds of you know, ideas would be perfect for using the ink and creating the towels. And it would be nice and customized, and it would be something that is on trend, but maybe that they couldn't buy elsewhere. And plus you made it, so it always makes it more special. I don't know about you, but I love getting handmade gifts. Okay, so now I'm just filling my ink mat to make sure that I have it placed completely under where my transfer is going to be, where the ink's going to come out, because I don't want it to bleed out underneath it. Okay, so, all right, guys, I am going to go ahead and get started. So I chose just meadow for the stem. So we're going to work, you know, we're just going to do the different flowers are going to be different colors. And then the butterfly, I think what we might do on the butterfly, and I am actually going to take a little bit of painter's tape here around it because it's so close to the edge, and I don't want to take a chance of getting ink on my beautiful white towel where I don't want it. I'm going to just kind of protect that a little bit there. Actually, I might move that over a little bit more. And you may want to do this. It depends on how much you think you need help. If you need any help, not doing that. But I am, since these are kind of close to the edge, I'm gonna just protect my white towel near it to make sure that I don't get ink where I don't want it. These new transfers are very nice and smooth, unlike the ones that we had in the past. They had a texture on them, and so your squeegee didn't glide as, you know, easily across it. So let me just grab a couple of my squeegees, my smaller ones. I've been working with my smaller ones a lot lately. So let me just grab these smaller ones. Like I said, you'll get a mini one when you first sign up, if you join the club. And if you join it now, you will still get, this one is available. This transfer is available until March 31st. So they would send you this right away. And then in April, it would automatically start processing for you on around the 5th. I think they usually have them in the mail by the 9th. And then they say it depends on where you live and, you know, how your mail service runs, because it comes in your regular mailbox. You will get your April one when that comes, when it's time for that to come. So anyway, all right, so do I have enough of what I need? So we are going to get started. Now I will also say, when you're working with ink, make sure you have a wet paper towel or a baby wipe or something beside you, so that you don't, if you get any on your fingers or get somewhere you don't want it, you have a way to clean it right away. Just be more careful. A lot of times when I'm working with ink, I will fold in some of the area that I'm not working on, just to have as little exposed as possible. You may even want to wear an apron as well if you're worried about getting it on your clothes, because like I said, this is ink. So even if you haven't heat set it, it may or may not come out. So just want to let you know that. Okay, so let me think. Do I have a choice? Do I have an idea of what I want to do? I feel like these little guys need to be yellow. If I don't put it like right here in front of it, I'll forget what I was going to do. Yellow. Now I am choosing some, colors that may or may not even be what they would be in nature. I'm going to do a blue. I'm going to do a couture teal just because I love it. And it's a nice pastel color. And like I said, for the butterfly, I might just mix a little bit. So here we go. That'll work for that. Now, just be careful when you're opening your jars. Like I said, keep in mind it's ink. I'm going to go ahead and open them all, though, so that it's pretty easy to work with them. With ink, though, you don't have to work quite as quickly as you do with chalk paste, because the ink kind of seeps into the material or the surface that you're putting it on more than it stays in, you know, it won't stay in the silk screen as much. So you don't have to worry about rushing, and you don't have to worry about the paste and peel as much. Now, obviously, you don't want it to sit on there forever, and we highly suggest that you also make sure that you wash your silk screen transfer as soon as you finish inking, because you don't want the ink to dry in it and then ruin your transfer, because you want to be able to use it over and over and over again, right? All right, so I think we are going to, I'm trying to decide if I want to put, what color I want to do that in. I may do that in purple, just because I think it's going to show up the best, and I like the purple. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. So why don't we just do that first? I'll do the purple first. So we're just going to do these. This phrase down here says, just keep breathing. And I do suggest that when you're inking, I don't know if you guys can see, I hope you guys, can you see it? That you don't go both directions. Pick one direction or the other, up and down or side to side, not both, just because you don't want to overwork your ink, and you don't want to take a chance of, you know, you want to minimize your chances of bleeding. If your transfer is not super sticky, I definitely suggest that you're very careful and you go slowly, and maybe even hold on to your transfer. Now, I've used this transfer 3 times or 4 times, 4 times already, and it'll be 5 by the time I'm done. But it is going to be the most sticky the very first time you use it. So that's usually what I suggest if you are thinking you're going to do an ink project, to do it with your first one. Because you could even do this on a pillowcase, y'all. You could make this a lovely, and you could use the words or not use the words, okay? You don't have to use the words, but I will pull it up just so you can see. I've done that one little area, and actually I'm going to do it slowly, so in case I need to touch up, because I can tell right there I didn't cover that area for some reason. But you only do a thin layer, and then you clean off any extra as well, okay? See if I can pull it up so you guys can see how well. Can you see that? Look at that. Oh, I can't get it. If my mat was sticky, it would show up and it would hold on to the bottom. Can you guys see that? I hope so. I hope so. I think you can. You guys tell me what you've been doing with your Sunday. What have you been doing with your Sunday? And what's the weather like where you are? Does it feel like spring where you are yet? I'd love to hear. Okay, so we'll just start over here, and I am going to do, I think I'm going to do the yellow first, and then I'll do the green on the stems. So this is actually Bumblebee, so it's a pretty bright yellow. We don't have every color in ink packets in the singles or even in the jars, but we do have a good variety of it. So you should be able to find colors that you like. And maybe if you're just starting out, maybe you just grab white or black, just to be sure that you have something that's going to work with anything. So I'm just doing the flowers in the yellow. I think that's it. I feel like last time I missed one or something when I was doing it on one of the projects. So make sure I have them. And then I'm done with the yellow. So I'll go ahead and put the lid back on it. Also because I don't trust myself. And I'm going to come over here and grab my little squeegee for my green. I have actually about 3 colors of green in ink right now, but I feel like the meadow will be the best for this. And actually, sometimes these little thin lines like this are harder to get than the bigger sections. Isn't that funny? Okay. See how easy this is, guys? And I know it seems like I'm dabbing it a lot, but I'm really not picking up very much ink at a time because it really doesn't take very much to do these projects. I'm just trying to, I think I'm going to do this one this way, down here. There we go. That one is done. All right, so I'm going to wait and do the butterfly last. We're going to go ahead and do our next little section. We're going to do this one. This color is called Berry. It's a beautiful color ink. We also have it in paste. We, of course, have the Bumblebee in paste as well. Guys, I think there's something on the back of my transfer right there. Something is showing up white, and I'm not using any white. So I might have to look at that and see if I can figure out what that is. Move this. Let me see. I should have checked that beforehand. I should have told you that too. When you are putting your transfers down, make sure you don't have any big hunks of anything, of fuzz or anything like that. I'm going to put this back. I don't know what that is. Maybe not. I don't know why it was showing as kind of white. I don't think I had any white in there. I'll press that back down because I want a really good contact. I don't know. We'll try again. Maybe I did. Maybe I picked up some white from there. Maybe at some point I had. I don't know. It looks very white right in that area for some reason. It's kind of strange. Is that all? Yes. Okay. And our green. And this is just a mini squeegee cut down. I have, you know, the tool I was using, this tool is called a multi-purpose tool, and it's a great, see the size of that squeegee? You know, I like having lots of different options, and then this was a small size squeegee cut in half. So I like having multiple options for squeegee sizes, and this is just one of the minis, like what you would get with your club when you sign up. This is just a mini squeegee, and I have cut it in half to have another little small section. Because I have so many of these minis, I could have easily bought another multi-purpose tool, but because I have so many of these, I just decided to cut one of these in half. applying it with that direction, but I'm pulling off the extra in this direction. Go ahead and grab that little leaf. Also, as a club member, you're the only people as a club member who are able to take advantage of our $5.99 flat rate shipping on any of your, well, I shouldn't say any, your first purchase every month on my website. You get $5.99 flat rate shipping no matter how big of the order or how heavy. And you're the only one that can get that, guys. I can't even get that as a designer. So that right there is an amazing deal. This would also be a great gift idea if you have someone that is creative and you struggle for what do I give them? What could I give them? You could buy a kit and send it to them, or you could sign them up as a monthly subscriber, and you could just do it for however many months that you maybe however much you would spend on that gift, and you could always cancel it after that, or say, hey, if you want to keep getting these subscriptions, if you'll they just have to go in and change it over to their credit card, because the credit card's automatically billed after that first setup. And it's a great gift idea. This is something I would have loved to have gotten as a gift. And I don't know about your family, but my family always struggles. My husband's always saying, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Or my daughter, she's very good about buying things for the different occasions for me. And I mean, this is something that I would have loved to have received from someone as a gift. And I'm telling you, you do not have to have, you don't have to be creative, and you don't have to be crafty, and you don't have to be an advanced creator to use our products. That's the cool thing, is they're so user-friendly, so easy to use, guys. Oh, you know what? I'm putting the lids on all these that I wanted to do the butterfly. I've forgotten already. It's okay. It's okay. That's all right. I'll just open them back up. I'm probably going to do the hot mess technique on the butterfly, just to kind of coordinate all the colors together. And if you don't know what that is, stay tuned. I have shown that before on my page, but maybe your first time here. I would love it. I'd love to know if it is your first time joining me. Like I said, I don't usually come on Sundays, but this weekend was a little different, and I needed to wait and do it Sunday. All right, I'm going to leave that one open since I just remembered that. And if I miss any of your comments, don't worry. I always go back and answer them, even after the fact, or even if you're catching me on a replay. Say hi, interact with me, answer questions, just like you were here on the live. I always go back and reply to them. I love it when you guys interact with me. Almost done, guys. All right, I'm definitely going to put the green up because I'm not going to use green on the butterfly. Not that there aren't butterflies that have green in them, but this is what I'm talking about, why you have a white or wet paper towel, because if I were to touch anywhere on that white with that, I'd have a hard time getting it off, even if I haven't heat set it. Now the way you heat set these items for fabrics, there's different ways, because you can also heat set, you know, like the mugs. When I've done a mug, coffee cup, you heat set those a different way. You do that in the oven. But for fabric, I always let mine dry at least 24 hours. You can speed it up with a blow dryer, but you have to make sure, hi Janice, you have to make sure that your fabric is completely dry before you heat set it. Okay, that's the important thing, guys. And all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take, for this guy, and it's such a little tiny butterfly, it's not even going to take a lot. So I'm just going to grab a little tiny bit of ink from each color and put it all on here, and then I'm going to go across with one squeegee just to kind of mix it together and make it a very colorful butterfly. Not too much, but enough that you can see your, but don't do too much because you can't put it back in the jars. And if you're like me, I don't like wasting any of my stuff. I'm going to use the yellow last, and I'm going to use that squeegee. Okay, so then what I usually do is I just take my squeegee and I drag it across all the colors. Don't do it too much if you're doing the hot mess technique. You do want to have enough ink to cover everything, but if you do too much, guess what happens? You will create a new color, and you don't want that. So, and you notice I'm wiping that off afterwards because I don't want to get all the colors back in my ink that I'm going back over and making sure I've covered everything. Does that make sense? So you guys, I don't know what it's like where you are, but here in North Carolina where I live, usually strawberry season starts like in April, the first part of April, because they prepare the strawberries. Hey Linda, thanks for joining me. They prepare the strawberries in the fall to be able to, okay guys, see? And do you see the hot mess technique up there on the butterfly? They prepare the strawberries in the fall to get ready for spring earlier, so they protect them. Well, they've already announced today at my local place that today is the first U-pick day. So I think because we had such warm January and February, make sure your fingers don't have any on it. Because they had such a warm January and February, I guess, they already are starting to pick local strawberries, you guys. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so here's my favorite part. We're going to do the peel and reveal. Like I said, with it being the ink, I didn't have to work as fast. And I didn't have to worry about taking it off as soon as I finished that section because it kind of already goes into the material. And if you have a sticky ink mat, guess what? You don't have to hold the fabric as much as I do. But because this mat isn't, I'm having to hold it so I can pull it off. But what do you think? Now, guys, I am going to spray that with water right now because I can't take it to my sink and wash it. If you're doing your own ink project at home, as soon as you finish, take that off, go take it to the sink and wash it. Still just takes cool water and a board eraser to wash it, but do it quick. Do it right away because you don't want to ruin your transfer. But look at this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? How springy and festive. Now, I could have done this in any color scheme. I didn't have to choose spring colors, but look how fabulous that looks. I could have done it in any color, and I think this particular print would work all spring and summer long, honestly, guys. And you could do it any color that works with your kitchen decor if you'd rather do it that way. But really, this would even look fabulous. Not that I am a black and white person. I don't usually stick with the neutrals like that, but this would even look lovely in just plain black with the white towel, wouldn't it? Isn't that beautiful, you guys? I love that. Now, I need to be careful because it's wet, but I am going to move my mat. As you can see, this is what I'm going to show you why you need something under it. Do you see? The colors kind of came through. Obviously, it depends on your material. And this is, you know, it's definitely a thinner. I can see it through on the back, right? But I will actually just let this sit and air dry. And then I will heat set it. If you have a regular iron, you're going to heat set it for 4 minutes. Put it on what your probably your hottest setting, but really look and see what your fabric is. If your fabric is this, which I'm assuming this is cotton, it'll tell you, right? Yeah, it's cotton. Then you would put it on your cotton setting. If it was a different fabric, you would want to put it on that. But you would put a piece of parchment. Make sure it was dry all the way. Put a piece of parchment paper over top, and then for 4 minutes with your iron, you would heat set it on one side and then flip it over and heat set it on the back side. So that's what I usually do. If you have a heat press, which is what I have, then I just let it dry all the way. I put a mat underneath it, you know, something that would hold the heat, and put a piece of parchment paper over it, and then use the heat press on it to set it at whatever setting is appropriate for your material. So I don't wash mine before I do my projects. If I wanted to get wrinkles out of it after I had heat set it, I would probably throw it in the dryer with with an ice cube or something just to get the wrinkles out before I hang it up. Just because I'm lazy that way. I'm not going to get my iron out. Or maybe I'll use my heat press while I have it out and iron out the rest of the wrinkles. But what do you guys think? I hope you like this project idea. Isn't that fabulous? So that's just one more way that you can use the monthly transfer of the club, of this month's club. That's what it looks like, but you could do it with any of our transfers. So as promised, that's all I got for you. If you have any questions about the club, make sure you either click on the link in the comments, or that's being highlighted here on the live, or send me a message and ask me about the club. Just say club and I'll know to give you more information about it. But as promised, I'm going to show you the April Club Couture. It is called Farm Fresh Organic. So if you are a farmhouse lover, or you just like, maybe you live on a farm, or maybe you just like farm guys, animals and farm things, you're going to love this transfer. So this is the transfer we'll be creating with next month. I want to give you a sneak peek. This is what it looks like. You guys see it without the glare? So this is the protective sleeve that all of our transfers come in. And if you'll notice, this does not have a black label on it. So this is just printed. The description of the type of transfer is printed. So you don't have to worry about covering up that, that area. It's not silk screen. But look at that, guys. Look at that. Do you love that? I mean, that looks like, to me, that looks like a diner, doesn't it? Isn't that cool? So if you like farmhouse, you're going to love next month's transfer. This will be available as of April the 1st through April the 30th. This one that I just showed you here is just through the end of March. So if you want to grab it, you only have a little bit of time left. What? Less than a week, right? Oh gosh, guys. All right. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for letting me come into your world on this Sunday. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you've had a little bit of downtime, or a little bit of opportunity to rest in any way that is restful for you. Crafting is restful for me, so that's always helpful. And I definitely needed an attitude change because I had an attitude today. So being in the craft room definitely helped me out. It's called craft therapy. So I don't know if you guys subscribe to that, but I definitely highly encourage it. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, a great start to your week, and I hope you'll join me again the next time I come live. And until then, until I see you, stay safe, stay healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys, bye.